Accused of murdering 3 Little Rock teenagers in 2018 will get a chance at freedom as COVID-19 is becoming, in some cases, a sort of get-out-of-jail-free card.
It's all because some judges are drastically lowering bond for accused offenders, making it much easier for them to get out of jail while they wait for trial.
Tonight, our Susan Elkhoury is working for you as some families say this system is forgetting what they suffered.
It comes down to what some see as a loophole created by the pandemic. Federal law lets judges lower bond on a case-by-case basis to ideally make jail safer during COVID. In Central Arkansas, we're seeing judges give that leniency to people accused in murders and shootings, and there aren't a lot of records being kept on this.
This has been the hardest thing in my life, period.
Pictures cover the rooms.
There is a part of me that's gone.
That Carrington Williams used to light up.
I'm hurting. I hurt all the time. Some days I hurt worse, you know.
But these frames can't fill the void in her family left the day she was murdered.
And to think about how she went, how they went, how my baby left.
Sheila Pascal says her daughter never got a second chance, something she fears the accused killer may get.
You killed 3 people and attempt to kill another one. How could they reduce his bond?
In November 2018, Little Rock police filled this stretch of West 14th Street. Police say Carrington, her boyfriend Kennell Anderson, and friend Letitia Lucky died when their car was shot up. Another teenager was also shot, but he survived. Police believe Joshua Williams pulled the trigger, then fled to California, where he was found 2 months later.
We want justice. And even that is not enough, because they won't bring her back.
Williams has been in the Pulaski County Jail ever since. At first, his bond was set at $2 million, and it stayed that way for more than a year. That's until this past June, when a couple months into the COVID-19 pandemic, Circuit Court Judge Barry Sims slashed Williams' bond to $250,000.
What are they thinking? Do they just not care? Why would we have to live in fear?
Williams is just one of several accused violent offenders getting a chance at freedom because of the coronavirus. The Emergency Powers Act lets judges decide if someone can get a lower bond while they wait for trial. The goal is to ease crowding in jails and prevent COVID-19 from spreading.
I have yet to see a judge who is stating that he or she will not follow the law or is making a decision in contrary to the Supreme Court's orders.
David Sacker heads the state board that oversees judges. He says there's never been a playbook for courts on how to handle a pandemic, and that emergency powers is purposely vague so judges can use their own discretion.
Some of the judges have put off jury trials for a long period of time, and that makes it where it's more difficult to hold people.
He believes that instead creates a bigger concern with Arkansas's speedy trial law. It puts time limits on cases, stating a person is entitled to be released without a bond if they're not tried in 9 months.
So it's possible some judges are trying to prevent some of these defendants from being released with no bond by coming to an agreement to a lower bond, knowing that some of these time limits are running out.
So how many people have gotten out of jail using COVID as an exemption? Turns out tracking that is out of the question. We went to the state's Office of Research and Justice Statistics and were told, regarding your data request, we haven't found any consistent or unambiguous practices. Judges aren't required to report this, and there's no uniform way of keeping records. In most cases, we found judges are simply adding the change as a note that doesn't have to mention COVID.
You trying to look statewide to figure out how many continuances have been granted because of COVID would be impossible without you looking through every case or talking to every judge.
We learned of at least 2 other cases. One involved Eric Hall, who police believe shot 2 people in Little Rock. His bond was set at $750,000. But in this request, his lawyer cites COVID as why he needs it lower. Judge Sims cut his bond to $150,000. Hall got out and a month later was back in jail, accused of threatening the family of his alleged victim. Then there's Gabrielle Hill. She's facing 2 capital murder charges in connection to the killing of a Sherwood couple last year. At first, she had no bond. Then in July, Judge Chris Piazza set it at $75,000. Also ordering Hill to go to rehab.
It's not fair. It's not fair that they'll be able to talk to their parents and get out here and have a life.
It's frustrating for Amy Adams, who works with victims' families.
What you're doing is you're re-victimizing these families.
Adams says she's pushing prosecutors for answers but can't get them.
How you doing?
And now fears victims and their families are taking a back seat in the court system.
So we're making our children go to school, but we're not making defendants who do violent crimes stay in jail.
Be nice.
It's not much comfort for this mom and her kids.
It seems like the system is failing us.
Each day they wait to see if Williams will make bail, knowing their biggest question may never be answered.
What if the shoe was on the other foot? What if your family?
It was your child. It was your brother. It was your sister.
What would you do?
I did reach out to several judges. None wanted to go on camera. I asked if there are any plans to change reporting in the state so court records can be more easily searched to see when COVID led to a lower bond or even delayed trial. I was told there's nothing in the works right now, but it could be part of a later update to our record system. Back to you.
Susan Elcory.